Ptolemy IX, born 143 BCE, died 81 BCE, lived until he was about 60 or 62 years of age. He was the son of Ptolemy VIII and Cleopatra III, who was his mother's great-nephew. His first reign starts in 116 BCE until 107 BCE. It was a joint rule between his grandmother, Cleopatra II, and his mother, and also his great aunt, Cleopatra III. This is a very weird family. So the three of them jogged along for around about 9 years, and then his mother deposed him. He was deposed by his mother and replaced by his younger brother, Ptolemy X, in 107 BCE. Ptolemy X, when his older brother became king of Egypt, he was sent to Cyprus to get him out of the way as governor. When he got there, just really to get under the skin of his brother, in 114 BCE, he declared himself, "I am king of Cyprus." In 107 BCE, he returned to Egypt and actually replaced his older brother, Ptolemy IX. And he was taken there by his mother, Cleopatra III. Now, here we go with the bad behaviour. What did he do? Well, he killed his mother, had her murdered. Obviously, he saw her as being a controlling figure and decided he was going to get rid of her. Then he promoted his niece, Berenice III, as his co-regent. Now, he didn't do too well. There were lots of problems going on. Now, let's have a look at Ptolemy IX. He left Egypt. A riot was instigated by his mother, Cleopatra III. Ptolemy IX left Egypt and went to Cyprus, defeated his mother's garrison there, and he declared himself as king of Cyprus. "I am king of Cyprus." He used Cyprus as a stepping stone to invade Judea, which he did in 103 BCE. Ptolemy IX and Ptolemy X had a younger brother who was called Ptolemy also. He was the son of Ptolemy VIII and a concubine. Now, just to make sure there was no difficulties, he was sent to Libya to rule Libya. And to safeguard his life, having these two terrible brothers who might kill him, and a stepmother, Cleopatra III, who might kill him, he declared that on his death, the kingdom of Libya would be given to the Romans, so they would inherit Libya on his death, and that safeguarded his time while he was in Libya. Now, while everyone is playing happy families in Egypt and Cyprus and Libya, let's look at what's going on in the world. Egypt has got civil wars with Ptolemy X and Cleopatra III versus Ptolemy IX. Ptolemy IX has taken over Cyprus as his kingdom and is using it as a springboard to invade Judea and then hopefully back to Egypt. At that same time, the Seleucid Empire, Ptolemy IX's former wife, Cleopatra IV, is married to the Seleucid king, who was at war with his half-brother, who was married to Cleopatra IV's elder sister. Let's spread the love, shall we? So this bad behaviour is now rolled over into the Seleucid Empire. So there's no hope. You can see what the Romans were looking at when they were looking at Egypt and the Near East and thinking to themselves, this is a bunch, we got to sort them out. While Ptolemy X was on the throne of Egypt, 91 BCE, there was an uprising in Upper Egypt, native Egyptians again, probably over-taxation again. Didn't really learn how to manage people well. At least Ptolemy VIII tried to understand the Upper Egyptians, that they needed to be included within the government, whereas These other Ptolemies, his sons, have just got no idea. Anyway, things came to a head, and he obviously failed in government, and he was expelled from Alexandria in 88 BCE, and within a year he was dead. Ptolemy X was expelled from Alexandria. It wasn't just the army that expelled him, it was the people as well. So Ptolemy IX returns to Egypt in 88 BCE and was crowned Pharaoh of Egypt in Memphis. First thing that had to be taken care of was the rebels in Upper Egypt. So Ptolemy IX assembled a large army and sent them south to take back the south from the native Egyptians. When the army got to Thebes, they did terrible things. They really severely sacked the town. Now, that was a religious capital of ancient Egypt from the 18th dynasty onwards. And to do such a thing was really extreme, to say the least. But you have to remember, this is a family that demonstrates bad behaviour. So Upper Egypt was back under control of the Ptolemaic dynasty, but all the goldfields had been lost during that revolution period. The kingdom of Meroe, which was in Kush, took control up to the first cataract. So they lost control of the gold mines. That's probably why they allowed the army to sack Thebes to pay the soldiers. Now, when Ptolemy X left Egypt, when he was expelled, he borrowed money from the Romans. He wanted to retake Cyprus and make himself king of Cyprus again. There were terms and conditions on the loan. The terms and conditions, because he had nothing to offer, was that on his death, any kingdom which he had title on would become the property of the Roman Empire. In 88 BCE, a large Roman fleet turned up in Alexandria. Ptolemy X is dead. They've come to see Ptolemy IX. And they're saying, hey, there's this big loan which your brother took out to try and invade Cyprus. So Ptolemy IX was being pretty cool. He's got this large naval fleet in Alexandria full of soldiers. They're just going to go off to attack the Greeks. Pontus is leading the Greeks against the Romans, and they're just stopping by for supplies and money. Obviously, money is very good to pay their full-time professional soldiers. And Ptolemy IX says, my brother's debts are not my debts. 115 BCE, Ptolemy IX travels to Elephantine. So we're looking sort of around about 7 years after the massacre in Thebes, and he wants to sort of show himself in Upper Egypt. And there's a big festival down in Elephantine. So that happened in August. That would be in the high flood. The flood started in Elephantine from June. So you've got June, July, August. So the country is pretty much flooded, and everyone's waiting for those flood waters to subside. So it's a great time to have a festival before the hard work begins in sowing the fields for the new crops of wheat and barley. In 112 BCE, Roman senators start turning up in Egypt, and they are the first tourists. So these are the first tourists. They want to go and see the pyramids. They want to go and see the tombs decoration and marvel at the land of Egypt. And Ptolemy IX sends out an edict saying that all these Romans visitors must be given the best accommodation and service possible. He knows that Rome is slowly becoming master of the world. In 81 BCE, he makes his daughter, Berenice III, co-regent with him. She being co-regent with her uncle, Ptolemy X, and he elevated her back to that status again. Within the year, Ptolemy IX was dead. his legacy were 2 sons and a daughter. Now, because of what happened and the relationships, there are many debates as to who his children were. His children could have been Ptolemy XII, and also a Ptolemy of Cyprus may have been his children. And of course, Berenice III may have been his daughter. So the king died in 81 BCE. He was aged 60 or 62. Now, in comparison, his younger brother, Ptolemy X, he died when he was 48. So remember what I said, for elites, 50 onwards is a good life cycle for elites. His brother got to 48, which was pretty good, and he's outlived his brother. Obviously, he's the older brother, but to get to 60, 62 in the ancient world without being assassinated was pretty good. I hope you've enjoyed the content in this video, and please press your subscribe button. Please put a thumbs up if you've liked it. Leave any comments. I always look at the comments, it gives me some fresh ideas. Remember, these videos are just the early batch. Once I've got all the content up, I'm going to go back to the first videos that I posted and make these videos better. So right now I'm trying to get as much content up as possible. Okay, bye for now, see you soon.